Guys, moment of truth. I'm kind of afraid, but I'm getting on the scale. Be brave, be brave. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Charlotte. I am the trauma-informed teacher. This is a channel about teacher lifestyle, taking care of yourself so that you have the energy to pour back into your career. So today's video is going to be about my health journey and my weight loss goals that I have for myself. I talked a little bit about this in my New Year's video, and I haven't really talked much about it since. And there's a reason for that. As soon as I set a goal for myself, basically my priorities shifted. Back in January, we had some family issues that just came up. Our family has just been going through kind of a recovery process from some things that happened in our past, just some situations that were a lot of it out of our control. When we moved from Ohio to North Carolina, my husband, he was supposed to be doing one job, and then he got here. It was for the National Park Service, and the budget was cut. And so we basically went through a series of like 7 to 10 years after that, where our lives were very not really that stable. We did our best. I feel like we made the decisions that we could, the best that we could with the information that we knew at the time. But just things ended up being very chaotic for a number of years. And so right now, over the last few months, my family has been sort of healing from that, some of the effects and some of the things that happen as a result of that. So we have had some really good, tough conversations with our now adult daughters. And it has been, it's been difficult, but at the same time, it's been really needed. And I'm very grateful that we were able to go through that. But because of all of that, my kind of health goals were not what was at the top of my mind. I suspect, although I'm not diagnosed, that I have ADHD, because I'm pretty sure my dad has it, and I see it in at least one of my daughters. And as a result of that, a lot of times, like, I only have a certain amount of mental space for handling like big things. And the weight loss journey that I need to go on now is going to be a long one. It's going to require a lot of commitment, a lot of dedication, and that's like takes a lot of your brain power. Handling any kind of other, mental health issue that also requires a lot of mental and emotional energy for me. Those two things in my mind just could not happen at the same time. So, not that everything is said and done, but I just feel like our family is in a much better place now, after some of those healing conversations that we had. And so I feel like now I can turn my attention more to my own goals of getting healthy again. And I kind of want to attack this problem in a way that I haven't been able to successfully attack it. And I've been trying like over the years, but ever since I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia in 2012, I have been trying to figure out how to maintain a healthy weight. And I've been healthier at times than others. But it's been a good number of years since I could honestly say that I was at the weight that my body should be at, that I feel good at, and that I'm my best at. Today's video is going to be about my little changes that I am making here and there, and I hope this is going to be an interesting series for you to follow, because this will be woven in through my content over the next year, especially while I work really hard at getting down to that magic number that I know I feel good at and finding my best self again. So I'm a planner, so I like to write things out, and I know that things don't always go according to plan, and I'm totally okay with that. I'm actually very I make a plan, but then I'm okay with changing my plan. So I have been looking at what I can do each month over the next year. I have a goal of losing 100 pounds. And you may not think that I need to lose 100 pounds, but I do need to lose 100 pounds. I have needed to lose 75 pounds or more since, I would say, probably like maybe 2016. So for the past 10 years, I've been at least 75 pounds overweight. And I have a short frame. I have a very muscular like build, like just my natural. I have lower body, like muscular legs, muscular in general, physique. And I do weigh more than like people think that I do. But also like I don't have a lot of room to hide things because of how short I am, how short my legs are, I should say. In the past, I have been able to lose like maybe 20 pounds, maybe 30 pounds. And then whenever stressful seasons of my life come, that weight slowly creeps back up on me. And I am hoping that now that some of these family things have been resolved, that were sort of lingering from other stressful things that had happened over the years, I'm hoping that that's going to speed up my journey and make it easier for me to do this for a continuous year and make it a lifestyle instead of stopping and starting and not really making any progress. My grocery order is here. So I made myself a little like yearly calendar and I set some goals for each month, not past January because I'll probably feel differently in January and some of this may even change. But in the month of April, I have a goal of trying to walk every day, some. And I didn't really like put a certain amount of time on that. I know that some days I'll be able to walk less, but my dog needs to go for walks. So that's just a natural way to do it. But also I'd like to go on some walks where I go on my own so that I can go at a more consistent pace. I find that when I walk with him, I'm stopping and starting because he wants to investigate things. So I want to make sure that I work hard at making that part of my everyday lifestyle. I also have been noticing that I have been eating too many, even though I choose healthy options, I've been eating too many like snack type foods. And so I want to eliminate like traditional snack foods, and not saying I won't snack at all, but when I do, I want to try to opt for like fresh fruits and vegetables, whole food types of snacks. I want to completely eliminate soda, which this one will be tricky for me at first, I think. I do love seltzer water, so, I have another option. But when I am tired or stressed, especially at the end of the school year, I tend to reach for a Coke because, I don't know, it just makes me feel better. And during pollen season too, if I'm having an allergy-related headache, I tend to reach for a Coke. So I need to like think of what I'm going to do when those moments happen so that I can still get the same effect. I'm thinking maybe I might look into some like Element or some other like salts, hydration drinks so that I could swap that out. And that would be a healthy swap for when I'm feeling like I need a little boost. And then I also intend to do as a diet, I want to do mostly the Mediterranean diet, but I want to do higher protein and very low carbohydrates to try to work on insulin resistance, because I know that I'm experiencing insulin resistance and it's creating a problem for me. And I'm not showing as diabetic. I'm not even showing as pre-diabetic right now, but I know that weight loss has been very difficult for me. And I think that it's tied to like hormones. So I want to use intermittent fasting and a higher protein, low carb diet to try to break that cycle. So if everything goes well, by May 13th, I will have lost 10 pounds. And I plan to add in the month of May strength training. I want to get back into yoga and Pilates, which is something that I did in the past. And I want to work on trying new recipes, which I might even start doing that this month too, because it's just fun when you start a weight loss program to incorporate some new and interesting like flavors and recipes. By June the 17th, I hope to be 20 pounds down, and I want to go back to working out at the pool at the Y, which it's like an hour, not an hour, it's like a 45-minute drive from my house, and there's no other like better option, but I just want to go ahead and do it because I know that it really helps me. It helps the fibromyalgia, it helps my arthritis. So it's a good thing for me to start in the summer when I have lots of open time, and then see if I can find a way to still go to the gym once the weather cools off and I'm back in school again. I want to work on creating a weight loss journal, maybe even creating something through this process that can help others, not just myself, but also documenting my weight loss. And I was thinking about incorporating like some scripture into that and making it sort of like a devotional support for weight loss. When I get to 20 pounds down, that's kind of a place where I have tended in the past to stall in my weight loss. So I want to add some juice and water fasting, not a whole month or anything, but just add it in maybe like maybe a week in the month of June, and then go back to more a whole foods diet after that, and see if that doesn't help break any kind of like barrier that I might run into. When we get to July the 22nd, I should be 30 pounds down. That is as far as I have gotten in many years. I lost 45 pounds the summer of, I want to say it was the summer of 2011, probably. I think that's right. The summer of 2011. I lost 45 pounds that summer, or maybe it was 2012. Because I was running, but I don't know if my knees can handle running anymore. That was 10, 15 years ago, 2025, 20, yeah, it was like 15 years ago. So I am much older now. I have a replacement knee. I'm not sure that would be a good idea. So I need to think of some kind of high intensity workout that I can do that will not be like really hard on my knees, and work on that in the month of July. I also had down that if I stall and I'm having a lot of trouble in July, I would consider a weight loss medication. I don't want to start any kind of like GLP-1 or anything like that during the school year, because I want to see how it affects me, and I might need to switch until I get one that works for me. So I'm interested in trying it and seeing how it goes. Also, over the summer, I want to really tap into eating fresh from my garden and check into some classes in preserving food so that I can learn about canning and freezing and things like that safely, so that I can put back harvest and be able to have fresh things for the winter time. All right, moving into August, my big challenge every school year, and if you're a teacher, you can trying to lose weight, you can probably relate to this, is how busy we get. August is so overwhelming. September gets a little bit better, and then we go back to like October, we really get busy at school, and November is like hard because we have conferences like October, November. So trying to figure out how to make things work for me while I'm at school is going to be the next challenge for that next 10 pounds. By the end of August, I want to be 40 pounds down. And then when school starts, I was thinking about getting a walking pad. By that time, I should be in much better physical shape, and I should be able to use a walking pad and not like tire out too much. Instead of sitting all the time, that I could stand and be on the walking pad. I want to also add some like exercise into class activities, like stretching, little exercises that my kids can do with me in between, to boost their like blood flow, which will help them with learning and will also keep me busy. And then I was thinking about ordering in like factor meals in those busy months in August and September and October. And even as we get more into the cooler months of the year, like going with a service like Hungry Root for my groceries to help with healthy groceries. So here's a little healthy grocery haul. Haven't done one in a while. I need to stock up on my proteins. So with that in mind, I got 3 pounds of 100% grass-fed and finished ground beef. Beef shaved steak for a recipe. Ground pork for a recipe. I have eggs. And then I have some little cottage cheese individuals. These are good for snacks at school. Just easy to throw in my bag. And then a couple of frozen dinners. Some broccoli, cauliflower, and carrot raw mix. Then I got these Simple Mills almond flour crackers, the sea salt variety. Some Greek seasoning for a Greek bowl that I'm going to make. Cannellini beans for a recipe. These are also a great snack. I'm trying to get some more fermented, like pickled vegetables in my diet. And then a spaghetti squash, cucumber, 2 zucchini, which I can't wait until I have my own zucchini, but it will be a while. A red onion, some tzatziki, that's how you say that. Some queso fresco for a recipe, some turkey deli meat, raspberries, pitted dates, and some dark chocolate with almond. So that's my little healthy grocery haul. gonna make a little turkey sandwich for lunch with some of this tzatziki, and I have some little tomatoes here. Yeah, just something light, and then I'll probably have a piece of fruit to go with it. I'm using the Dave's Killer bread, the whole grain variety, and this is probably the majority of my like complex carbs that I'll eat for the day. Try to get them in earlier in the day. Do you want some turkey? Do you want some turkey? Sit. And I'm going to also have a piece of this habanero white cheddar. Not a large one. Maybe like probably 1.5 ounces, maybe. I'm out of oranges. I didn't realize that when I went shopping. I'll have to pick some more up later. I'm just gonna have some raspberries. And a seltzer. And there it is.
Sounds pretty cool. I still want to graduate from high school.
Right?
And he was like, yeah, that's true. I do.
So that's it, my roadmap to losing 100 pounds. It's going to be a challenge. I do know that. And there's probably going to be some ups and downs, but I'm committed to sharing the real, raw journey with all of you. If you're curious to see how this unfolds, my struggles, my successes, everything in between, then make sure that you're subscribed. In the next video, I'll be talking about the difficulties in dropping my bad habits. Thanks for being here. Wherever you're at, don't forget to work hard, be kind, and amazing things will happen. Goodbye.